watching a rugby World Cup, So that is the kind of an atmosphere you will find yourself in when you are into the Bitcoin space now. Look at that. This is not a joke. Can you see that in the last 7 days, Bitcoin fell by 10%? 10% in the last 7 days. It went down by 10%. And for those of you who've been watching this very closely, you should be very much aware that Bitcoin was actually around 48,000. It did hit actually 48, not just 47. It did hit 48, and then it came back from there. So this is what it is. And then it's just to show you as a trader that these are volatile assets. It can pump, it can dump, just like that. It is just as simple as that, And what do we do as traders in this? We hold our positions, and then we pay attention to how much we expose to a crypto asset, for instance. This is very important. It's just like running business. You really don't know what's going to happen between now and tomorrow, or this month and the next one, and so forth. But as a business person, you mitigate whatever ups and downs that arise during the course of your business. It's actually a lie that everything is BAU, that it's business as usual. No, things keep on changing all the time, whether it be in relationships and in business, in anything that you may think of. Change is constant. So now, many people, yes, we were looking at the way Bitcoin was pumping, and then it was so close to getting into 50,000 US dollars. But look at where it is now. It is what it is, and it's not a trend smash at all. It will retrace, and we know that the trajectory at the end of the day, it's upward. It has to pump, and I personally see Bitcoin hit above 100K. In above 100K. I'm afraid to just, let's say, within 2024, between 2024 and 2025, it should be trading. It will literally break above 100K. And I know we have so many people who are extremely optimistic with regards to the bull run. And some say big figures and so forth. And I understand that governments are very patient. Big institutions will come into this strategically. I don't know how will they actually acquire their Bitcoin other than having to come into the spot, for instance. I don't think Binance will sell their Bitcoin through backdoor, for instance. Just receive money into their, let's say, maybe American bank account. Although I'm just giving an example, listen. Or they have maybe with a huge bank, let's say JP Morgan's, for instance, and then they send them an X amount of dollars, maybe in billions, and then they give them BTC. I don't think that will happen, because it has to, something must happen into them. Let me give an example. You can send someone Bitcoin and receive money privately, for instance, without having to go into the spot market. I hope you understand me. If you receive, you are in South Africa, you receive rand, offline, hard cash. A rand is sent to you, and then you withdraw your Bitcoin to someone's wallet. That kind of a transaction, ladies and gentlemen, will not have an impact on the market, so to speak. It will be like no trade happened. You just withdrew from your wallet and you sent into someone's wallet, and then they gave you money that is not obviously having an impact on the spot market. So I don't think these institutions will receive that kind of a privilege. No, they will have to face the market. They will have to come into the spot market and trade themselves. And obviously, when they do that, they make organizations like Binance and earlier holders of Bitcoin kings and queens in this space, because massive spike is going to take place in the market because of new money that will be introduced in this space. So it's very exciting. Welcome to those that are just joining us. And this session has been recorded. So we're going to quickly help with trade setting. We're going to help with trade setting. And then there's a business partner, Lungstar, in KZN or in Durban, for those obviously who are not in South Africa. So in Durban, who will be setting up a trade, and then we're going to assist her with that. It's been some time, so she wants a refresher session, and then we're going to do that. So as we'll be doing this, we'll be explaining, and please, Lungstar, ask questions where you don't understand, and then so that we are able to answer them on record, and then later you can always play back this and then be able to understand even better, and then you are able to continue to assist those that you work with in the business. So I hope you are in a position to share, please. If possible, just unmute and let's hear from you so that you get ready to share. Welcome, Leader Tozi B and Leader CJ. I see my girl Sambo. It's nice to see you again. And yeah, that's it. Let's hear from you, Leader Lungstar. Are you in a position to share the screen?
Yes, my leader, I am here.
Thank you.
I have never used this platform before.
Okay.
Okay, let me. Okay,
Don't worry,
see screen.
we will help you, no matter.
Start sharing.
And then you'll go to Royal Q.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
We see a calendar there. We see Royal Q. That's it. So we're going to help you set up the trade. And then for those that are following us, those who are watching, what we are doing here is trade. She has done API binding by herself, and then big up to you for that. It's very encouraging that you went through it, and you eventually had to figure certain things out due to delay in my responses on WhatsApp. So, but yeah, that's beautiful. So now, to just for interest's sake, because you're on homepage, now can you please click on change on top there? Let's see how these coins have been doing today. I know there hasn't been much movement, honestly, on the positions.
On change, okay.
Yeah, yes. Let's see. CFX is on top there, 4% up. Okay, on a certain account, I just actually manually closed. I sold because I saw it was on 1.4%, and I see that it went up by 4% now. So for those of you, look, you are holding a certain position. Greens appear only for four markets, or for four coins, so to speak, or pairs that we see that are in the green there now. And LTC is trying to appear green also. That's Litecoin there. That is to just show you that there hasn't been much money coming into the crypto space, so to speak. And then we don't know what is it that causes this to happen. Obviously, there are human beings behind every coin, every market, every project, and so forth. Just like yourself, there's a coin you are holding, and then you are not selling, or the robot is not selling for you because the take profit percentage hasn't been reached as yet. Either because you are in a floating loss, for instance, and then you are not ready to sell at a loss, you are holding the position, or you are rather buying more, for instance. So as an individual, as we buy, we are just retail traders. We really don't cause some shaking in the market. So you want to form a career, to build a career out of trading cryptocurrencies, then have that appreciation of understanding that money comes not because of just you only, but because of other people bringing their investments, bringing their monies into that particular coin you are holding. CFX, we can see on the Royal Q side is right on top there. We see it now showing 5% up. It could be that a lot of people are trying to move into that market with hopes that when it goes to 7%, 8%, and then they've gotten something and they come out of that. Because literally there's not much activity or no news that urge people maybe to move their investments into a certain market and so forth. And that's what we are seeing at the moment. And some people are indecisive with regards to where to go and so forth because of the news that are shrouded in, or that are hovering around the ETFs of Bitcoin. So we really want to know, where is the money now? That after the SEC has announced their approval for the Bitcoin ETFs, why are we not seeing some serious move in the markets? What are they doing? What are they thinking? What is their next move and so forth? I see a lot of crypto enthusiasts doing what? Reading so much content online and people speculating, thinking this and that, a lot of speculation going on. But it is what it is. What is important is that you have a position held by your robot. So if it happens that the market pumps, the robot is going to sell for you. If the market dips, the robot is going to buy for you accordingly. That is if more margin calls are open to that. And not only that, if markets or the position you are holding, it's neither pumping nor dumping, the robot will just hold the position. The robot won't just put money into any coin simply because that coin was held longer. No, it won't do that. You'll rather stop margin calls and then trade another coin, for instance. I'm just giving an example because we have margin call drop on trade settings. Margin call drop. When you go to margin configuration, it means margins will be taken when there's a drop in the market. We always buy low and then we'll sell high. And then we do dollar cost averaging. That is martingale strategy. That is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. It means price is very important. The board will not the board is not emotionally attached to what is happening. The board does not get bored simply because nothing is happening. No, it holds on to, it is professional. It sticks to the parameters that are in place. And that is the beauty of having a robot, for instance, to trade any coin for you. If it happens all of a sudden, there's a pump, you'll see that the robot is going to respond accordingly. So Business Panda Lungstar, please, let's click on strategy at the bottom next to home. We are getting ready now to do what? To create strategy for you. And then on top, we can see we are on the strategy page, ladies and gentlemen. And then on the right-hand side, there are boards. We see boards that, let me just quickly explain this page for those who are watching. When you look at boards, you can see that there's a spot, and under spot, we have martingale strategy board, where you buy separately and sell in whole or as a whole. And then we also have a grid board, buy low, sell high, automatically for whatever 27 and so forth. On the grid board, it's where people are even able to put stop losses and so forth. But we're not into the grid board for now. We want people to accumulate their quantities or their crypto assets and so forth. And we don't want people to risk losing anything in any way. And then after spot market, we have futures market, where you can see there is martingale futures board. That is a robot, that is an execution platform that is linked to the futures market. You know, if you go into your Binance, you'll see you have spot. There's overview on the far top left. You will see overview. When you are on the wallets at the bottom there, you see overview, you'll see spots, you'll see funding, futures, and so forth. The same. Those markets are there. In future, as you master spot, you'll also get to learn more about other markets and so forth. And then other robots are still under construction. You see, coming soon, meaning that Royal Q is forever expanding, developing, and so forth. And that's very encouraging. Leader Lungstar, please, on the top there, let's click on running. Running, it means positions that are currently running, for instance. So at the moment, we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no trade or position that is running. So what do we see there? Below the box, you see that they say no data there, create board. It means we can now have an opportunity to create a board, for instance. And then at the bottom left, we have USDT, which is 1,581.0448, for instance, for those that are watching. That is the capital that is on the Binance. How do I know that it's in Binance? Because on the top left corner, I see the logo of Binance next to the downward arrow there. You know, when she clicks there, you will see that there are more exchanges. Thank you for clicking Leader Loomstar there. So people are now able to see that there's Binance, HTX, and so forth. That's where you keep your money, your trading capital, and you simply connect your RoyalQ execution platform or robot to do what, or a bot to trade for you in your own exchange. So you don't risk losing your own capital. So this is good news. And if somebody is not trading, for instance, you see Bitcoin went up to 48,000, for instance, and it came down to 41,000. If someone is just holding Bitcoin in their own exchange, nothing has happened to their Bitcoin. Even if you had full Bitcoin, the same Bitcoin went up to what? It went up to 48,000. Now it's 41, for instance. What does that mean? It means there was an upward movement and it fell again. You didn't benefit anything. But if you connected RoyalQ to your Bitcoin to trade Bitcoin for you, so what happens is that as it went up, profits were captured, and then as it was falling, quantity was increased of your Bitcoin. And now you should be having more than 1 BTC in terms of quantity. You'll be seeing 1 point some Satoshis added to your Bitcoin quantity. And that is very important. That is very important. So it's very important to trade, connect a robot to your spot market, and then let a trading take place for you like that. So our leader, we have 1,581 there. That is a capital now. I want to focus now on creating a strategy to trade. So we're going to trade. We have a capital of 1,581. And for those who are paying attention, feel free to interject in here in terms of planning. We want this to be interactive so that someone also is going to then be able to learn from our interactions and so forth. So now we have that money and we have to design a strategy to trade with that money. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a capital. What do? Do you take that money and trade 1 coin with it? Or you divide that capital into certain amounts and then maybe you trade 2 coins or 3 coins or 4 coins? Let's discuss this. Loomstar, I know you are very exposed when coming to coins also. Talk to us, please. Let's engage.
Okay, we'll split it into different coins because AMA coins, they don't perform at the same rate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so
some
will perform better, some will drop a lot. So like now, OCFX is doing pretty good at the moment, well, while others are having a negative balance. Yeah, I have lost quite a bit. So
yeah, that's true. So now it's so true. Now with your thinking, your explanation, it shows that trading is not our home. You can go into a coin, it can go down with you, or it can rise with you. So it is what it is. It can take any direction. So let us be now wise with our money as to what we expose into any coin and so forth. So now that's beautiful. So now we have one. Can you take a calculator, please? This is what I'm going to suggest, and then we can discuss around that. Let's take a calculator on your phone so that those who are watching can see us calculate. I know it's
okay.
We have 1581 as a cap. 1581. Yes. So now, okay. Now divide that by 2, for instance.
Divide by 2. Yes, it's 790.5.
Yes. Let's make it 800, for instance. Let's just delete and make it 800. Let's work with 800, and then we leave the other amount for in future when we need to help certain coins that we see that they really have fallen to the lower lows, and then we can perhaps push money into those and so forth. It's very important to always have a backup in trading, for instance. So now with that, when we have, I want us now to think like this. When we have 800 like this on this particular account, when we have 800 like this, let's use this 800 to go and trade with it. Now, my question now is going to be this. With that 800, how many coins do you think we can trade with it? And we know before you answer, we know that we don't want to trade too many coins. We want to trade coins that we can control, or that we can service, that we can finance with our liquidity. That's what is happening. So out of 8, for instance, how many coins do you think we can trade? Just in your mind, you don't need to balance figures and everything. We're going to work it out based on the calculator. Or with this capital, for instance, how many coins do you think can be held, can be traded at a time?
I would think maybe 3 or 4.
Okay, sharp. Now let's go with 4. Now go back to the calculator. We want to show people what we are doing. And then on the calculator there, say 800 divided by 4 is 200, you see?
Yes.
So it means we're going to create a strategy, ladies and gentlemen, a strategy of signature that trades with what? It's going to trade with $200 per coin. And know that we have almost 800 that is a backup. It's going to be around 800 because these coins are going to make profits. Yes, sir. So we're going to create a signature strategy where Lungstar is going to run 4 coins in the beginning. And then the remaining amount, she's still going to have 1 shot, for instance, here and there. Whenever she has some leisure time to check what is happening, she can do some 1 shot. It's important to have some money for 1 shot because there are certain coins that will do so well that are not amongst those that you are holding. Because when you are holding a crypto asset, you are also obligated to stay with it because you will be having some floating losses on it. For instance, you see, there are people, ladies and gentlemen, who bought Bitcoin in 2021 when it was around $65,000. Even today, those people are still in a floating loss. 4 years later, they are still in a floating loss. So if there's pressure of life, they might be forced to sell at a loss. You see, now think of those people who invested in Bitcoin in 2024 when it was 65, 64, 68,000, for instance, 69,000, or even 50,000. It has not gone there yet. It is still around 40 something. It went down to 15. So it means let's apply wisdom so that we become successful out of trading. So, Leader Lungstar, we're going to Royal Q now. We're going to create a strategy of signature, real-time settlement, under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. And then we're going to create a template that you're going to use to trade those 4 coins. That is our budget. And then you click on mine at the bottom, right? And then you scroll upwards. And then what you will do now is this. Can you see where it's written, my strategy settings?
Yes.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, listen to what it's saying. It is self-explanatory. My strategy settings. It is your strategy. It's not Royal Q's strategy. It is your own strategy. You are responsible for it. You can edit it at any time. Now, click Add It Now. We are under my strategy settings page, and we are adding it. Now, for people to understand what we are doing, let's go to a calculator again. We're going to do something on the calculator. Very interesting. So take 200 now. Delete everything, write 200 and divide that 200 by $12. $12 is a minimum first buying amount, ladies and gentlemen, we can have on Royal Q. So now you can see that it gives us 16.6, right?
Yes.
16.6 is what we get there. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to now create a strategy that is going to be according to $200 with a first buy-in amount of $12. I use a signature strategy. I came up with this because it's peace of mind due to the experience that we have had in trading, for instance. So I will show you how we do this. but you are at liberty in future as you master signature. You are at liberty to edit it the way you desire. But for now, let's go. I will show you how we create this. We now know, ladies and gentlemen, that $12 goes 16.6 times, I think. Yeah, 16.6 times into $200. This is what is going to be 16.6 times. So on the first, before we go far, check on the remark optional there. We want you to type $200, a dollar sign and 200. I think this is very important. Dollar sign and then 200. 200. Say space signature. Signature. And then space sub-bin mode real. Okay, so put it like this. Obviously, don't type it like this. Sub-bin SBM.
Oh, SBM. Oh,
yes.
sorry.
Yeah, SBMRTS. SBMRTS. That is sub-bin mode real-time settlement. RTS. Yes. So it means for those who are watching, is $200 signature sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Some people may wonder why this signature. Ladies and gentlemen, in Royal Q, once you are a subscriber in Royal Q, you are able to use the parameters of Royal Q according to your own ideas, according to your own thinking, understanding, intellect, and all those kind of stuff. You see? I prefer the word signature to name this way of trading because anybody knows their signature. If they say who signed here, if you are the one who signed, you will know that you are the one who signed that document. And if it was forged, then you can dispute that, you see? So I said this is a signature strategy, easy to apply. You can't forget, you know exactly what is happening and so forth. So peace of mind, simplicity. That's the reason why I preferred, or I just love the word signature to name this, because anybody that trades with signature, I'm able to help them with ease because of how it is. So now, you see where there's a first buying amount, we're going to put 12. Where there's 15, we put 12. Ladies and gentlemen, $12 there is the amount that the robot will first go into any coin we are trading with. So now, what we're going to do again is AI margin call. We're going to switch it off. AI margin call is artificial intelligence margin call that is based on the algorithms of Royal Q, for instance. If it's active, Royal Q is able to delay certain margin calls because Royal Q is able to look at the market dynamics and so many things and delay certain calls from being placed because they can envision that this market is still going to continue to fall. For instance, just like Bake, you can see how hard Bake is falling now. And then somebody may wish that, oh, I should have not bought then, I should have held on a little while longer. Now I could be buying it much, much cheaper and all those kind of stuff. You see? So AI margin call, when it is active, it can delay certain calls from being placed, even though the margin call drop has been reached. But listen here, the reason why I switch it off on signature is because on signature, you've seen that we're not trading with a whole capital. We are using 50% of it on this particular account, meaning that we know that we have money to do whatever we want to do later. So we won't be stranded in future as the markets fall very sharp, you see? So now what is going to happen now is this. On signature strategy, the generic setting are up to 7 margin calls. We stick with 7 margin calls, although we can trade more, but we are not doing that because we want each market, each coin to show us its own true colors before we can push our money into that market, you see? So now, what we're going to do here is, you see where there's a whole position take profit ratio? We're going to put 1% there. 1%.
Okay.
And then where there's a whole position take profit callback is going to be 0.001. And then where there's buy-in callback 0.5 there, put 0.01. And another distributed, no, what is that? No, sub-position take profit callback. Let's put 0.001. All take profit callbacks, 0.001. There are only two anyway. So now what we're going to do is this. Under distributed and take profit allocation, we're just going to put 1% there. In the beginning, we just do this, just put 1% everywhere there. And then let's quickly go and then, yes, and then save at the bottom. Save.
Did I save?
Before you save, let's go, please. Before you save, oh no, I mean confirm for distributed, yes. Yes, do and then confirm. For those who are watching, please, let's quickly finish with the settings and take trades, and we'll come back and explain everything here. Now go to margin configuration. Here we're going to see arrangement of how this money of 200 is going to be utilized. You can see we have two columns. On the left is the one of margin call drop. It means as the market falls, the robot will be adding more money to that particular coin. Why is it doing that? Because that coin is becoming cheaper and cheaper. When it becomes cheaper, it creates opportunity to buy more quantity of that asset. And then now, my leader, Lungstar, you're going to do this. From first call to call number 5, according to signature strategy, you're going to put 0.1 for the margin call drop. From first call to call number 5, 0.1 everywhere. That is the smallest percentage we can have. 0.1 everywhere. And then on the right-hand side, it's 1111.
All of them, my leader.
No, only up to 5.
Only up to 5, okay.
Yes, and then but on the other side, on the multiple buy-in ratios is 111 from top to 5 only. The reason why we do this, for those who are paying attention, is so that during an opportunity whereby signature is running on an account that is pumping, we want more money to go into that market fast all the time, and then also to trade under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. So to change a strategy mode, you must trade more than 4 calls. That is the reason why we're buying that status by so doing when we place our settings like this. Now, my leader, we're going to do something. You can see that now we have I'll just tell you now. First buying amount is $12, and then we have also from first call to call number 5 is 1 times 1 times 1 times. It means as market drops by 0.1, the robot is going to introduce first call up to 5th call gradually as there's a 0.1% drop takes place. You see? 1 times 1 times. Those are $12. So it means 5 $12 according to the first call to the 5th call, plus $12 of what? Of FBA. That is first buy-in amount. So it means we have $12. Am I correct? You say?
Yes.
From the first call to call number 5 from the first call to the 5th call is all in all, those are 5 calls in total. All of them on the multiple buy-in ratio, they go according to 1 times 1 times 1 times. So when we bring those ones together, they give us 5. But now, at the back of our head, we must know that the robot starts with the first buy-in amount, which is $12. So $12 is in. The market drops by 0.1%. First call is going to be placed. So it means now the robot is going to run with $12 plus another $12 is going to be $24 or so. So now this is what will be happening. So we have $12. Now 6 times 12, it gives us, let's do that. Thank you for the calculator. 6 times $12 is 72, right?
Yes.
Yes. So now now we are left with $128, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, or else what we need to do is we need to say 16.6. Delete everything, say 16.6 minus 6. These are $6.12. Minus 6, just say
minus 6 or multiply by 6.
No, we are subtracting now. We are subtracting the number of $12. Yes, this is something that I wanted us to discuss. So what is happening here is this. We had $16.612. At the moment, we have already placed 6 of them because of first call to call number 5 is 1 times plus the first buying amount. So 6 of the $12 are already consumed or budgeted for or applied. So now we are remaining with 12.6. Do you understand? Of the $12. Do you understand? I mean, we're remaining with 10.6, I beg your pardon. 10.6 of the $12. I want people to understand this when we're going to place it under the multiple buy-in ratios. We used $6.12. Now we are left with what? With $10.6.
Oh, yes.
$10.6. Yes. So now let's go to
from the 16.
Yes. Let's go to now. We are going to what? We are going to the robot. Now you say for call number this sixth call, for instance, because of markets are too deep in this season. You see, call number 6, let's put 4% there.
Okay.
And then 4%. And then on where there's 64, we put 5.
Okay.
So now we are left with 5.6. Because we had 10, we had 10.6 after we subtracted our $6.12. So now we are left with 5.6. So what we're going to do now here is we're going to, where there's 128, we're going to put 5.6. 5.6. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you add all these ones and this 5 and this 5.6, all of them plus the first buying amount, they are going to give you 16.6. Yes, we are together, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching, it means now our parameters are in place. And Leader Lungstar, I'm at peace with the $12 that we see on call number 7. You say, I mean, with the 12%. On the 7th call, it's okay. I'm okay with it because markets can fall very sharp or they can fall more than 20% within a day. You see,
yes,
so we are trading. Let's allow that to be the way is at the moment, and then just confirm at the bottom, and then we take trades. And then now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to run on cycle strategy, but please don't forget, it's going to be under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. I'm happy with the settings according to the concept and the principle of sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. You can save it at the bottom. I want us to take trades and we'll come and talk about the settings and the strategies, everything that we're doing here. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our $200 signature sub-bin mode real-time settlement. So now it trades under cycle. Now you can come out with the return button of your phone. You go to home page. Yes, you go to home page. There are markets. I know you love CFX. I could hear the way you spoke. Let's go into it. This is signature, ladies and gentlemen. You are even able to trade the coin that is doing well because you don't have stress, because you know that you only budgeted $200 for this coin. So trade it with peace of mind. You now have a template of your settings. She clicked on CFX coin, and then at the bottom, you click on create. And then you select Martingale strategy bot on top there. And then you click create at the bottom. And then now you can see that there are 2 next. We select the next at the bottom there, where you see more flexibility. Feel free to create your own strategy. Click the bottom next, creating your own strategy. And then now we are on the transaction page. At the bottom left, we see trade setting. Click trade setting. Now, on top, you can see there's smart create, and we also have manually create. Let's go to manually create. Now you can see the yellow area or orange there. We have choose a strategy setting. Click choose a strategy setting. You see the same my template. Now we are here. This is our template. This is your template. Now select that one. Click anywhere. Maybe where there's 7, it will be selected. You work according to your template. Now your template has been applied. You can see the settings. First buying amount is what we put is $12. And then everything, you see, everything is according to the way we did. If you want to double check, click on margin configuration. You can see. This is what you placed, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, now you can come out. And then at the bottom, click save. It means you are happy. And then you confirm. Please, before you start the trade, remember sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. At the moment, the box or the cube is full there. Strategy mode. Click there and then select sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. The strategy mode, where there's a box.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You can say you understand. That's a reminder there. It's very important. We're going to read it on the next trade. Now, at the bottom there, we select sub-bin mode real-time settlement. That's where SBM RTS came from. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement for signature. So now you click confirm. Now we are happy.
Now with this switch on margin call.
Okay, at the moment, they are already switched on because they appear in blue.
Okay.
Yes, so we are happy. If they are gray, if it appears gray, that button, you can then activate margin calls.
Oh, all right.
You can switch them on. Now we are ready to start. You can start the trade at the bottom. All right, start. Create.
Great.
When you see a pause, there it means the trade is running. It means the trade is running. So already we can see that some money has gone in. Because of this is signature, Leader Lungstar, the system is going to place as the calls. Look, call number 1 is already in, you see? And then call number 2 will come in also, up to 5 calls. It is only call number 6 that will require 4% dip. And then it's going to put 5 times $12, you know, which is $60 at that stage. So this is what is happening. And this is why we love signature, because when there's an opportunity to make more, the robot will really work for you in that particular coin. So it will work for you. And yeah, that's how it is. And then 7 calls maximum are going to be placed into any market. If literally there's volatility is what makes money for us. Movement in the markets. It means there will be energy. Markets will be moving up and down. And when that happens, signature will be buying and selling for you accordingly. And any coin that would have taken all 7 calls, what you will do is you will then wait and see according to return rate if you push a certain amount of your USDT into that market or not, or you move it to another market. It's very, very important to make that determination. And then, yeah, the charts, everything is nice. So please, before we select another coin, let's click on strategy so that people can see the CFX trading. On strategy, there it is. When it appears in green, it means floating profit. But we know we are taking 1%. We're taking 1% profit according to Royal Q. But you can scalp this. We'll talk about that after we have taken 3 more coins. Remember, the plan is to trade with a budget of 800 at first because of the strategy that we have at the moment. And then, so let's take 3 more coins. Let's take 3 more coins.
Okay, so any ideas?
No, okay. Now here we don't want to sound like we know too much. The truth of the matter is this: today market has not done well, irrespective of positions that we are holding in the whole world. Even Bitcoin today has not gone to 50,000, despite the opinions that people spoke of. Do you understand? What does that mean? It means nobody can give 100% projection,
Yes,
or
yes, I
speculation
understand.
on what will happen with a coin. So what I want you to do is this. I want you to be at peace with the coins that we have in Royal Q. For instance, you can trade any coin because they come from good platforms. Royal Q makes a research. Like, for instance, I wouldn't have traded CFX today. I started trading it some time ago. That's why I collected profit from it. Do you understand? But I don't think anybody went into CFX today simply because they thought it was going to do better at this point in time. It's
Yes.
just a surprise that it's where it is at the moment. Look, the coin that follows it is not even famous also. Look at Tron where it is. I'm just giving an example. So what I'm trying to do in essence, ladies and gentlemen, is to give each and every person confidence when coming to coin selection. We love Bake. Why do we love Bake? Because it was baking in the past. But at the moment, Bake, it's cold.
Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
it was doing very well yesterday.
Oh, yes, literally. But it's playing still. Because that
Mm.
was 10% up.
Yeah, it went up to 10%. Now it's down 9%.
You see? It is what it is.
Yo.
But now with signature strategy, you are able to still milk it by opening sub calls and so forth, for instance. That is if you still want to play around that. So, and also, may we also pray for ourselves that if a coin has paid you so well, stay out of it. Trade other coins so that you keep your USDT to check other. But unfortunately, we still go back. It is what it is. It's human nature. We can't help ourselves. It is what it is. It's that thing that we have in us that needs some saving. It is what it is. So yeah, now let's select another coin. The reason why I can to be honest with you, I can select any coin. I'm at peace with that. Because at the moment, you see, this is not a one shot. This is a cycle. This is a cycle. You can trade any coin because a position of a cycle, you're going to attend to it after all margin calls are taken. After all margin calls are taken, and then the return rate has a bigger percentage, you will then make a determination as to how much money you move into that, and then how many margin calls. Do you open call number 8 or call number or 2 more calls, which is going to be 8 and 9, and add more money into that? I'm giving you an example. You see, at the moment with signature and Longstar, you are at peace. You are at liberty, so to speak, with regards to what coin to choose. This is what it is. Like, for instance, I will recommend that you have Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a very steady coin. It doesn't just fall anyhow, and even when it rises, it's in such a way that the margin calls, the percentages, you'll still be able to open more margin call to direct money into it and still trade it in a way that it's sustainable. I see even in our team, people who are trading Bitcoin, they don't stay long without seeing profits. But also understand, Bitcoin may not pump the way others do. So you can have Bitcoin or Ether or Bitcoin and BNB, and then trade other coins that are highly volatile, because those also give you an opportunity to make big profits when they pump. Because when they pump, they can give you more than 30%, more than even 50% on certain days. But if it gave you more than 50%, you'll surely place it on one shot, come out of it. And then so that it goes down alone. But because of we're in a bull run, we've seen coins make more and more and more. But we will deal with those things in our sessions as it happens. Now you chose BNB for the
Yes.
love of Binance. So create at the bottom. It is what it is, or CZ even. Martingale strategy bot, and then create. And then next at the bottom, and that trade setting at the bottom left. I'm just saying this for the sake of those who are watching because this is recorded. And then manually create on top. And then look at them, my template. That is what we have created through my strategy setting. So you click choose
So
a
I
strategy.
choose.
So that's it. We are trading now BNB. You scroll to the bottom and you save. Change the very, very important that you change the strategy mode very fast, because
yes. Sub in real time
settlement. Yes, this will enable you to trade at the lower lows and then still collect profits from that, even though the position is still in the negative. Okay, for those who are watching, this is because BNB is the one that is used to pay what? To pay fees on the exchange side. So
you need to have some BNB in your exchanger.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Then you create.
Cool.
So now it's running, and then let's go to strategy settings so that people can see your BNB. It's there. The chart looks nice, but this is trading here. And then let's go to strategy for those who are watching to see 2 coins now. Okay, there's something that I call Lungstar, that I call scalping, for instance, you see? But you have time to scalp. Before we do this, before we do scalping, and then can you please click on more? Click on more. Let's see something of CFX, more of CFX.
Oh, yes.
Okay, 5 calls are taken there. There's something that is called scalping in our team. I want to teach you that in future if you want to make more money. First, click on,
always.
Yeah, click on home. Click on home at the bottom left for those who are watching, and then click on slide downwards. Slide downwards. We want to see the upper part of the page. Yeah, keep going, and then we want to see the upper part of home page above spot futures. You can click even on top where there's spot futures and then push it downwards. We want to see revenue details, invite friends, and all those. We want to see the top part of this home page.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Now click on revenue, the red ball of dollar icon there, or sign. Now, for those who are watching, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a new account, and the revenue details, it has nothing. There is nothing there. Everybody can see, right? And the system says get started. When they say get started, it means start trading. Click on get started. It will take us to the strategy page. Click where they say create your own. Click on running now. We want to see those coins. Now, look at this. We're going to scalp. Man. Every time this is above 0.3, click on the coin, click where there's numbers of margin call 5. Click there. And then click on sell.
On sell.
Yes,
okay.
Click on sell. And then click on market price at the bottom right. You are scalping. And then click on confirm, because it is above 0.3%. And also depending on how volatility is. And then just watch. You'll see pause is going to change to start. You'll see now, pause will change to start, which is an indication to you that the robot has taken profit. Yes, you scalped this market. And then when pause shows you start, you then start again. You just start, and then the same settings are going to be applied. But because of network here and there, can you please click on trade setting? This is how I refresh the page. Click on trade setting. I'm refreshing the page, and then click on return button, the back arrow, and then click on return, and wait.
Do you want to save it?
No, click return. We are not saving anything.
Return, okay.
Yes. Now,
Oh, yes, no, it says start.
Yes, we just wanted to refresh so that the start can appear faster, especially when markets are volatile. This is how actually you bypass the freezing page. Click start, and then create. Now, this is scalping with signature makes life so sweet.
So easy.
Now, look, just go up. Look at the up the page, the upper page, the upper part of the page. Now, you can see already first call it's taken. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, the first call is taken. You'll see very soon 5 calls will be there because it's 0.5. So on a coin that is doing well, you are able to scalp with this, like, I don't know what. And when you are able to make big profits. Why are we doing this? Because we want to maximize our profits. Okay, I'm looking at the time now. It's an hour now since we started our meeting. Although I know we started a bit late, but let's quickly do this. Let's come out with a back button. There's something I want us to see and show people. Click on mine at the bottom. We want to fix the issue of currency, and then slide upwards a bit. Let's go to system setting, because I know you are in South Africa. So where does currency? Select ZAR. Select ZAR. And then, and then now go to, okay, before you go to revenue, click on strategy. We want to show people the power of scalping when you have an opportunity to do so. Now you can see what is happening. CFX again is showing you that is the one that is in the green or is trying to go into profit again. And then already you have 5 calls that are already absorbed into this market. And now click on home. Click on home. We want to show you something. Go back to revenue detail. Now you can see that you made about 7 rand there.
Already.
Yes, you see, but that happened through scalping. The reason being this, the algorithms or the business rules of Royal Q is that Royal Q does not take a profit that is less than 1%. You know.
Oh.
So if you are to take a profit less than 1%, you will do it through manual sell, manual execution of a selling trade. You see, you have to do it manually, but now you need to be smart in doing it. You need to be mindful of how volatile that coin is and at what percentage would you be able to do that. Because remember, with Royal Q, you are in full control of the parameters. You can sell as you desire, as you wish. You can buy, you can do whatever. Like even when you want to increase the amount that you are scalping with, you can even increase your first buying amount for a certain coin simply because you want to milk it on that particular time. So let's quickly go and trade 2 more coins, please, and then we're going to stop the recording.
Yes.
We're going to stop the recording. 2 more coins.
What now?
Yes. And the way you're scrolling, it means you have some information.
No, I'm looking for Matic. Where's Matic?
Okay, do this, type Matic on top, on the search button above change. Above change, there's a search button. Click there, type Matic.
Ah, they found it.
Okay, and then let's go confirm.
Okay, create. Next.
At the bottom, next, yes.
One.
Trade setting at the bottom left. And then manually create on top. And then choose a strategy, my template, the settings we made ourselves.
Yes, yes, of course.
And
then
and then you save at the bottom.
Confirm.
And then strategy mode, we change to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Always. That's our signature.
Oh, I need to remember that always.
Yes, very important. Otherwise, you'll sell under whole warehouse. Very fast, you'll be on call number 5. Okay, now let's go and select another coin. We are about to stop recording. And then tomorrow, should you be available, we're going to create another template for one shots for you. And we'll show you how you manage that on this particular account.
Great.
Yes.
So
let's go select another coin. Which one do you want if you have in mind?
How many have we done now?
3. Click on strategy.
3.
For others to see, click on strategy. For those who are watching to see. Now on strategy.
We've done 3.
Yes.
Okay. So where is
search for it?
That bake.
Oh, bake.
I just want to see what.
Okay, type B.
I want to see how it's doing now.
Okay, just type bake. It's okay. You can trade it. You are okay at the moment. You don't worry. You don't need to worry. There it is. No stress at all for you. And that's the beauty of trading, ladies and gentlemen. It's you know.
Yeah, buying it right there at the bottom.
Yes, happy you. But you know what? The wheel is turning. More flexibility.
I know.
More flexibility there. And then trade setting. Yes. Trade setting at the bottom left. And then manually create.
Choose our strategy.
And then
you save. And then strategy mode. Sub-bin.
And don't forget to change. Yes, beautiful. So now you have 4 coins running there.
Yes. Now we sorted, ne?
Yes, we are. And then, yes. And even though the budget is for 800, we know not all the 800 will go at the same time because $60 on these 4 positions will go after 4% fall has happened. And these other ones will go after 12%, and then which is going to be an amount of 5.6 multiplied by 12, which is $67 there. So this is what it is. Thank you so much for tonight with sharing of screens. We're going to take a Q&A session, but for the sake of the length of the video, we'll simply stop recording now, and then let's hear those who are present. Can you please scalp again on, before I stop the recording, scalp on CFX. Let's do the scalping.
Okay.
Because it's above 0.3%. Yes. Can you be audible so that we know what you are doing? Yes. Where are you clicking now? Sell.
Sell.
Yes. And then you click
on
on
market price.
And then you can see your profit will be around
then confirm
0.39 or 42 cents now. And then you confirm. You click confirm.
Confirm.
Yes. This is scalping for those who have time. You don't need to do this, but before a coin can go into 1%, it will be moving up and down, moving up and down. People with big money go in and out there, milking this coin. By the time when you see it sitting at 15%, they made big money.
Okay, so how do we refresh again to go to trade settings?
Trade setting, yes. And then you return with your phone button or a back arrow, and then you return. So it's refreshed faster than you start a trade. You start a trade, create. And why are we doing this, ladies and gentlemen? Because markets are not volatile. There's currently not much happening. So do your best to collect as much as you can from what it's moving. So come out with a back arrow. Let's come out of this. And then let's go to home. Let's go to home.
Yes.
And let's go to revenue. We just want to show people that scalping can add something to your account. Yes, sir? So at the
How
moment,
from 7 rand to 15 rands now?
yes, that is 81 cents there. How did this happen? It happened through scalping. So somebody has time to trade. Use that time to trade. Some people are not really available to be building the business, engaging and teaching people, but you have time to maximize the productivity of your fingertips and download more dollars for yourself. And nobody can stop you from doing this. If she didn't do the scalping, she wouldn't have achieved this. The market can go to 0.9% and go to 0.8% and go even into the negative before even 1% is realized, for instance. Such is possible. But even before then, a lot would have been achieved. And then when she understands this method of trading, she can see a certain coin and start scalping it maybe with $200. You just know that if she was trading not with $71, maybe bigger capital there, she will do what? She will scalp more. But have discipline. Don't be carried away. Because you may end up scalping with more than 50% of your capital. And when that CFX dumps, you remain trapped with that. And now you will learn discipline and patience.
Yeah.
Be forced, and it is what it is. So let's come out with a back arrow. Let's click on trade strategy page. Let's just see what is happening on strategy page. Which coins amongst those that we have selected? We see Matic, we see CFX. You see, CFX is in the red. It means it's not really pumping like we thought it was going to pump. But you were smart to collect profit before anything happens. You see?
Anything happens.
You are not just staring at the cake. No, you make sure that you eat it before someone else come and chows. It is what it is. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my leader. Thank you.
And tomorrow we're going to help you create a one shot for this particular account. But for those who are present, is going to be a Q&A session. Let's stop this for the sake of the length of the video recording.